So if you have a regular scoreboard like mine on the bottom right now, that's money 90, you need to change it to look like this. So before you put your title role, put the execute as at a, add itself, as itself, unless entity itself, has item snowball, location equals slot dot weapon dot main hand. You can use other throwable objects too. This is just the object that I have as a preference. So you just need to make it like that. This is just adding the money scoreboard. Here are the scores we're gonna need. Scroll, so just add that. Pause where needed, by the way. So I'm gonna go through this pretty fast. So if you just wanna copy it, pause where needed. So here's the page. And here's crouch. First, we're gonna go with the select system. So execute as at a, add itself, as itself, unless entity at self. And then it's the chords run scoreboard players set at self crouch 1. This tests for when you're crouching. Pause if you needed to. This is crouch. This one right here is if entity instead of unless, and it's at your crouch to 0. This tests for when you're standing. Again, pause if you need to. This right here is how we'll be having the shop. Like, for example, if I go to shop and I just do this, if I go away, then as you see, it's back to the main menu. So the first thing is going to be the snowball itself. This is how you lock it in its slot. This right here sets the scroll to 0. Just copy that, pause if you need to. And yes, you do have to have as at a, add at self, as at self. Otherwise, it just won't work correctly. So you do, and then you put unless entity. There's probably another way to do that, but this is the easiest way. And then this one, it sets the page to 0 instead. So again, just pause if you need to. I'm gonna go through this pretty fast, so just pause it. This is how you're gonna scroll, how you do this. It sets the scroll to 1 when the snowball is near you. Pause if you need to. This kills the snowball. This is the actual menu itself, so how it's visible, like this. Oh, let's start with this one. So as at a, add at self, as at self, if entity at self has the item snowball, and then you're just gonna put your regular title role in there. And it's gonna be scores, scroll equals 0, and page equals 0. And you don't want anything colored, you just want your main scoreboard in whatever the base color of your scoreboard is. For me, obviously, just white. Then for this one, when you add scroll 1, like this over here does, you see how it goes to shop? You're gonna change the scroll to 1 on here. You can just copy this command block. You can change the scroll to 1 on here, and then change the color or at select to whatever, like add the word select next to it. It doesn't really matter. I just change the color of it most of the time, unless somebody asks me to change it to like a different, like select beside it, obviously. So just pause if you need to. This one is the same thing, but scroll 2. You can have multiple of these with whatever menu you want on here. And you just stack it up and you keep adding scroll and changing the color, obviously. So you should probably get what you need on the first one so that you can just copy the command block up. So pause if you need to, by the way. This is page 1 right here. It's what the shop looks like before you're selecting anything. So you put the scroll back to 0 and you make the page 1 and then whatever you want the shop to look like. This is the same thing, except for now the scroll is 1 and you put buy whatever. You put whatever you want in the shop. I also did this in rows, but you could also do it like not in rows. So you could do obviously it says buy wood 32, but you could space it out and go like, you could put something like buy stone, for example. Now obviously it's not going to show that on the first one because you haven't put that on there, but it will show on this one. So just customize that to like however you want, and you obviously have to change it on all of them though. If you add something, you will need to change it on all of them. Just remember that. So let's just put this back. No, but I have no idea how many spaces I put. Okay, there we go. Yeah, okay. This is going to be how you select the page. So it sets your scroll. If you have scroll 1 and crouch 1, that's how you select as the crouch. Then it sets your scroll to -1. You can't set it to 0, otherwise it'll be like if I'm here and I hit crouch, it would send me to shop. You need to send it to something that isn't a page. So all of our pages start at 0. So that's why you'll set it to a negative number.
This command just sets the page to 1, and that's if your scroll is -1 and crouch is 1. You can pause here if needed. This one sets anybody whose scroll is -1, page 1, and crouch 1, their scroll to 0. You can pause here if needed. This is how it rotates, so how it goes, like how it doesn't go away. If we turn it off, you'll see how it goes away. Like if I go like that, it just disappears. So that's needed so that it doesn't just stop working. You can add a back button and stuff as well, but if you just want it to rotate and reset when you go off of it, then this is just that. This is how you do that. You can pause if needed. It sets people who scroll is 3 dot dot comma and then the other scores. So it's more than scroll to 0. You basically put how many ever more options you have. So there's 2 scroll options on the scoreboard. So that's 3. When it hits 3, it needs to reset. This is just how the shop works. It's not really, you don't need to do this. There's other things you can do, but it's important that you do it like this, so that you only, so it's like money 10 dot dot comma, so it's more than, when your crouch is 1, your scroll is 1, and page is 1, so you're selecting it. This one removes the money. This must come second, because if it comes first, then it'll take the money and not give them the wood if they only have 10. And then this just sets their scroll to 0, so that when they buy the wood, it doesn't do this where it spams. It needs to set its scroll to 0 so that it's not on anything to like buy it. So now, as you see, I can only buy 1 like that. Yeah, you can do this with basically any command. Actually, you can do it with any command, and you can make your own little like different things like it. So if you want a skill tree system or anything like that, you want TP menus, creative menu, you want a menu for like your hive, or like not like your hive, like Bed Wars or Skywars, something like Hive or CubeCraft or anything like that. You can do that with these menus. They look cooler the more effort you put into it, but like I have one that you can make anything with this, by the way. Like I made chess with it one time. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, that's all.